Hello.
Okay, today's video we are going to be talking about the various brainwave states and how knowing about this and being aware of them will actually completely change your life. It's mind-blowing.
I have no idea what you just said or what you're talking about.
So Corey has no idea, and we're actually going to be teaching Corey, and Corey's probably just gonna let us know what you think.
I literally have no idea what you're talking about or what this is, so I'm just gonna ask questions and go along with the flow, and we'll see where it goes.
Sweet. Okay, so
Brainwave states.
Brainwave states.
Yeah.
So really, the reason why this is important is because your brainwave profiles literally reflect how you feel and everything that you do.
Brainwave states dictate everything I feel and do and say.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yeah, we're just gonna talk about how this impacts your life.
We are, as in Cait, because I have no idea what this is or how this will impact my life.
Yeah, so when they're unbalanced.
Are there like things that I get to do? Like, there are some activities I get to try, things I get to feel, experience, anything?
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, okay. Okay, when your brainwaves profile or like when your brainwave states are out of balance, this is when actually like emotional, physical, or like mental illnesses can actually occur.
When my brainwave state is out of whack.
When everything's imbalanced, yeah.
And how does it get imbalanced? Do tell.
That's a...
Okay, we don't know the answer to that. How do
No,
we fix the brainwave state? How do I fix it? How do I get more in tune with what's going on?
That is the next step. First is
Whoa.
like understanding. Are you okay?
I got a bug in my eye.
You got a bug in your eye. There's no bugs. It's just living in your
Something
eye.
when I was skateboarding earlier, and I think something went in my eye.
Really good examples of this is like in neurofeedback. Your eye is so red.
What is neurofeedback?
Neurofeedback is like a whole field of science dedicated to analyzing your brain.
Okay.
Have you seen those caps with all like the electrical things plugged into a computer?
The things you sell at like Walmart, it's $49.99. And if you buy now, feel good today.
They're not.
For only $49.99.
Okay, let's get into the juicy stuff. Just before we do that, we are gonna bring out a whiteboard for you.
Why?
Because it's fun. Are you eating chocolate?
Yum. Got some chocolate.
Generally, if you are a healthy person and you're learning about this, your goal would be to like improve yourself.
Would you consider me a healthy person?
Generally.
Okay, I'm a healthy person.
Yeah. Whereas if you have like some kind of illness, a physical illness, mental illness, what your goals would be is to relieve those symptoms.
Would you consider that I have a mental illness?
On the brink. On the brink.
On the brink.
On the
Okay.
brink. So the whole point of this is by being aware of these various states, which we're going to get into.
Okay.
There's 6 of them that we're going to talk about.
6 various states that we can get into.
Yes. So basically, if you understand this stuff, it can help you improve your clarity, improve your sleep, concentration, be able to choose your emotional reactions to situations.
I prefer to react negatively.
That's your preferable state.
It's more fun to just react in the wrong way. Overreact.
I would say that it's better to be aware that you're overreacting and at least choose that instead of like it just being a gut reaction.
I choose to overreact because it pisses you off.
All right. He knows exactly how to trigger me.
The whole point of my existence is to trigger.
You know what? Maybe that's why I'm actually fascinated in this, because I'm learning how to control my own triggers because you no longer then have control over me. You can become more resilient, more calm, more selfless, compassionate, more connected to your intuition and your creativity, and also just generally be a better human being. All right, Corey. So there's 6 different brain waves that we're gonna talk about. The first, not many people talk about this first one because it's called infralow. Infralow is so slow, your brain, these like brain waves in your brain are so slow that science, like people have barely been able to actually measure them and detect them because they are so slow. So like they are less than 0.5 hertz. To give you some more context of what that means is like 0.1 hertz is like 1 wave every 10 seconds. Like imagine 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how slow it is.
What are we talking about?
This is like, okay, so
Infralow.
Infralow.
Is a frequency.
So hertz are the rate at which the waves wave.
Okay.
Right? How fast the waves are waving is the frequency, or hertz. So they're thought to be like the basic rhythms that underline all of your higher brain function. It's like
just
super
in case you're
slow.
wondering,
It's super
it is
slow.
not like this.
No.
It is like this.
Yeah, it's like barely anything, barely detectable. Plays a major role in your timing and brain function.
Okay.
Okay? That's all we have to know about this infralow.
Infralow plays a role in my timing and timing.
Function. Network function.
Network function.
Between the cells in your brains.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, you can erase that. We're moving on to the next one.
Write this down. Is this in your notes? Because it should be.
Okay, next one, we're getting into the interesting ones here. The next one is delta waves. So this is between 0.5 to 3 hertz. So hertz is the rate at which the waves are waving. So
what is this one called?
Delta. So think of this one as delta deep. So you'll experience delta waves when you're in either deep sleep or super deep meditation. This is where your body actually heals and regenerates. You're just in a very healing kind of state. That's why it's super important to have deep sleep, because you need these delta waves to heal and regenerate your body.
So when I'm meditating or sleeping, I'm deep in the delta.
If you're like super deep meditation, like that one.
So
we're gonna pop this up on the screen.
That is like this one, but then it goes up and then it goes down.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. That's delta deep.
Delta deep. Okay, that's it.
Yep. Okay.
What's the next one?
Next is theta.
What is the need to know all of this stuff? Because it's coming in one ear, it's going out the other. I don't understand why I need to know this or how this is important in any way. Why does it matter if I know this or not? Theta, delta, what was the first thing we talked about?
Infralow.
Theta, infralow. What is the point of understanding brave waves? So we're talking about meditation.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So in case you didn't know, we're talking about meditation.
All of these states is actually how your brain functions. The whole point of this is to know how you can actually be aware when you're in those certain states, and then through meditation, you can actually trigger certain brain states to access certain parts of like your subconscious, deal with your subconscious beliefs or like traumas or whatever through meditation. That's what like neurofeedback is all about. Okay, so the next one is theta.
Theta.
We can think of this as like your subconscious, dreamy theta state, right? So this happens when like you usually experience this when you're just going to sleep or when you're just waking up.
Right, yes.
Or it happens during REM sleep or like rapid eye movement sleep. That's when your dreams happen.
This is making sleep and meditation sound exhausting. When I think of sleep, I think my eyes are going to close and my brain is going to shut off.
It doesn't shut off. Your brain doesn't shut off.
Same when I meditate, I'm trying to focus on nothing. This is just making it sound very complicated. Like, do I need a machine to like hook into my brain? Is this the little cap that I wear, which then shows me my hertz? And I know if I'm theta or alpha or beta or whatever. Like, do I need this thing to know the hertz of what's going on?
You don't really need to know exactly what hertz your brainwaves are like waving at. You don't need to know that. But if you are interested in like improving yourself, right?
I'm interested in that.
Right? Improving yourself, then like learning about this is beneficial because it can help you become better in all areas of your life.
Would this help me become more like Dan Bilzerian?
Dan Bilzerian.
Would this help me become more like Jack Dorsey?
Yes.
Probably. Jack Dorsey's
definitely
yes.
Jack Dorsey.
I feel like Jack probably underneath the hair has something built in. Jack Dorsey could be the Terminator. I have a feeling he is. He probably has something connected to his watch which shows him the hertz he's at all the time, so he knows what state he's at.
He's more godlike.
Godlike,
sure.
yeah. I have a feeling. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So back to theta.
Theta is like faster, so it's 4 to 8 hertz.
4 to 8 hertz.
So if you're in this state and you're sleeping and dreaming, this is when your brain organizes everything that you learned from that day.
Sometimes I don't dream though. The difference too, we have to understand between Cait and I is when I go to sleep, I just close my eyes and whatever happens, happens. Something's happening, I'm sleeping, I assume I'm sleeping. I also am a very light sleeper. So when Alexa wakes me up in the morning, you know, I can tell when the light comes on. The moment the light comes on, I know the light is on. The moment Alexa starts playing the music, I know the music is playing. Cait, on the other hand, it's like she's died. It's literally like when Cait closes her eyes and it's bedtime, I'm laying there and I'm sleeping. Cait has actually died. Sometimes I'm just like, this is ridiculous, and I'm gonna just not do anything, and Cait is gonna sleep forever, which I do occasionally. I'll just get out of bed and I'll just close the door and turn off the lights and turn off the music to see how long I can keep Cait asleep. I enjoy doing that sometimes. And it'll be, I don't know, 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah. And Cait, well, I'm pretty much done. I'm done the day. It's like, it's 1 or 2 o'clock. I'm like, I've accomplished so much, and Cait's still sleeping. Now, sometimes I'm like, you know what? I need Cait to wake up because I have any things Cait needs to do. And it literally requires like freaking
what he does to wake me up.
A punch to the face. It's more like a big arm hit on the chest.
On the chest?
But you don't even know. You're like, I'm up. Just like basically smoked your chest, like boom. Okay, that's literally what it's like. It is. So the difference between the two of us sleeping, when Cait talks about this stuff, I get it because there's definitely something going on when she's sleeping. I'll be sitting there sleeping, and Cait's over there like talking full-on conversations. I attempt, because she'll wake me up with her talking.
Oh yeah.
You talk a lot. I've tried to record it sometimes because I'm like, what is she talking about?
But you have yet to record me.
I have yet to make it in time because you do it very quickly. And I don't want to stay awake all night just waiting for you to like tell us the secrets of the universe. Continue. What is the next one? Theta is 4 to 8 hertz.
Yeah, so draw the wave. Yeah, more or less.
And what does that mean?
That's how fast these brain waves are.
What happens here? And what happens here?
They're called osculations.
Okay, that's way too much information. I don't know what that word means. I don't care what that word means.
It's like a pendulum. It's like flowing back and forth between two states. Osculations. Back and forth.
Osculations.
Yeah. So this is the only thing we want to remember about theta is this is also where our subconscious lives. So any of your fears or your subconscious, unconscious beliefs, this is where they're gonna live.
What is the subconscious?
The subconscious is like the things you're unconscious of. So like there's a lot happening in your body, right?
Is there?
Some things that you're like super aware of, like your heart pounding or your breathing, right? We're like aware of those things. The other things are like your cells rejuvenating, or like your liver doing its thing, or your stomach doing its thing. Like we're not really aware, it just happens, right?
Yeah.
That, but in your brain.
It's like marriage.
There's like unconscious things happening in your brain.
I mean, I would put like marriage up there with probably, you know, what happens in your liver and what happens with cell rejuvenation. I feel like it's one of those things we know is going to happen in our lives. We don't know when it's going to happen. We don't know the purpose of it, but it just happens. And we find ourselves in a scenario.
Unconsciously.
Unconsciously, of course.
Okay, the next one is alpha. This is when you're awake and you're also happy and relaxed during this state. This is like the resting state for your brain. You're awake, but you're resting. It's the best time to like learn things. This is a really good working kind of brain state. Stop.
We're talking about meditation and sleeping. What does alpha have to do with that? How can you be happy and get work done if you're sleeping and meditating?
We're kind of going over all of the brainwave states, and then at the highest one, which is gamma, we'll get to that in 2 brainwaves. That is where this all kind of comes together.
This happens when I'm awake, when I'm asleep. Alpha?
Alpha is you're awake.
I'm awake. Gotcha.
You're awake,
but
you're not like running or hiding or like
what
it's
what
not
I am
super fast.
Right now.
Well, I don't know.
I'm awkward and intense.
Okay, you might be a little higher then.
So this is good. If you're sitting there and you're feeling real good, you're probably alpha.
Yeah.
Makes total sense.
That's yeah.
So alpha is another word for happy.
Yep. Okay, next is beta. Beta waves, these are like generally the highest frequency of waves.
Beta.
In beta, there's actually 3 different categories that beta is chunked into. Okay? Generally, it's like this is when you're making big decisions. This is when you're super alert. This is when you are like energetic, excited.
So this is like...
It's like high energy.
High energy.
Yeah.
Adrenaline.
Yes. And then as soon as you move to like mid beta, which is like
3 tier.
15 to 22 hertz, it's like actively figuring something out. If you're like super engaged in something, you're probably in like mid beta.
So you're telling me there are 3 levels to beta.
Yeah, to beta.
Low, medium, high. High is full on adrenaline.
High is like fight or flight response. So it's like super stress. It's like you're gonna run, you're gonna hide, or you're gonna freaking pummel someone. And like your whole body is designed like a cheetah, right? So you can do like short spurts of like high intensity, high beta of like, you know, like this. But then if you're like in that for a very long time, that's when you can actually see like a lot of illnesses come up and a lot of like problems will start occurring because you're always stressed and your body isn't built to like withstand that. Okay, the next one is gamma waves.
How many are there?
This is the last one. This is the last one, but this is the most fascinating one. Because gamma, it's not like you can get more stressed and then come into gamma. Gamma is only accessible through being super calm, through meditation actually.
Gamma?
Yeah, 38 to 42 hertz or even more. Like it could be up to like 100 hertz.
Okay, so if I'm calm, I'm gamma.
Well, no. Gamma's like hard to get to.
So we're talking, if I'm gamma, I'm basically Russell Brand.
Yeah.
From what I'm understanding, a level 3 beta, Arnold Schwarzenegger Terminator.
Yes.
A level 2 beta is the way you feel after a year of marriage. Roughly. Okay. Level 3 beta, what would a level 3 beta be?
So the low beta would be like if you're a student and you're like actually really interested or not interested, maybe you really hate it, but you feel like you're like pretty active about it, you're interested in some way, you're engaged.
And then alpha, I'm just super happy, enjoying my life, and gamma is your Russell Brand.
Okay, so
what else do I need to know about gamma?
About gamma, so gamma waves occur when we are at peak perception.
That makes sense
and
because
expanded levels of consciousness.
It makes sense because Russell Brand is a rare human being, and I feel like he is definitely at an expanded level of consciousness. You look at Russell Brand, what's the peak summit that he did by himself?
Oh, actually, he wasn't by himself, but it just looked like he was by himself.
Of course, pretty much him by himself on top
on
of
a mountain.
It's the best thing in the entire world, and you watch this and you're like, you are unlike anyone I've ever seen before. You feel, by just listening to this man talk, when Russell Brand speaks, you feel more intelligent, you feel like you're learning a whole lot, and you're just like, why don't we all follow you? Because what you're saying is, don't understand half of it.
But it's beautiful.
But it's very nice. It sounds very nice. A lot of nice words.
So, okay, consciousness is literally just awareness of self. When you're on autopilot and you become aware that you're on autopilot, that's like you're more conscious.
This has been really interesting. What is the takeaway from this, and how do I use this now?
Basically, the whole goal is like you want to get to gamma as much as possible.
Okay.
And this is also, something really cool about gamma is like when you're actually experiencing gamma, there are various sections of your brain that all of a sudden start working at the same time and like communicating super fast and super clear.
Okay. Which one do I want? Do I want gamma, alpha, beta level 3? What is the takeaway? What do I want to achieve?
So I think it's good to like understand what your brain is doing. Yeah. Right?
It is.
It's interesting and it's also super helpful. So if you want to become like a peak performer, like really good at your craft, you'll want to like study more about what's actually happening inside your body to figure out what's blocking you from becoming better. That would be like the next step that I want to get into is like, because this is like the beginning of a meditation series, this is just like
Whoa. Meditation series?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
And then we're going to talk about...
We're doing not more of these?
Yeah, with like peak performance. I want to talk about peak performance.
I get peak performance, but a meditation series, I don't know anything about meditation other than I do it and I just be really quiet.
And imagine like 100 or 1,000 years from now, whenever humans can actually get to like telepathy and telekinesis, which is like moving things with your mind, or like teleportation, it's all going to be through gamma. I'm calling that. It's all going to be through gamma.
Where did you learn all this?
The internet.
This is what you do, like, just for you don't know, obviously, we are in our house.
Yeah.
Is this what you do all day when the door's closed? I have no idea what you're doing.
This is what I was doing on Friday when I was preparing for this video.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Obviously, you can see Cait is very passionate about this.
It's life-changing.
Life-changing.
Actually, I think this is the most life-changing thing ever.
Yeah, Cait literally a year ago bought a crystal. And she brought this crystal back to the house, and I wondered why she bought this crystal, and I asked her. And it has spiraled out of control. She bought a coaster, a purple, like a super bright rock coaster. Only one, too. Just one. And then a big crystal. The crystal is actually kind of cool, but I'm sitting here like, why do we have a purple coaster now in the house? We sold that. A really nice man bought it. Yeah, it's gotten worse. It's gotten worse because you go and you spend.
I've literally spent no dollars.
What is that?
Except for this one.
No, not except for this one. All these things keep coming in the mail.
I mean, you don't have to believe in like the power of crystals in order to understand that you have different.
It's a cool rock. It's a cool rock. The only thing I get worried about is the amount that is going to be in this house.
Well, this one is really special. It has like a very soft energy.
It's really nice.
It is really nice. It's called celestite.
Yeah, you bring it everywhere we go.
No, it has a cool energy. I like it.
Well, there we go. So what do we have? What do you have left to say? Anything else?
Honestly, this was part 1. Oh. So if you could just like download all of this information, remember it, and then we can go on to like more interesting things.
Well, there we go. Thank you for joining part 1 of the meditation crystal series. We'll be back with, how many episodes are we doing of this?
Well, maybe 5.
There is 4 or 5 more of these, so if you enjoyed it, please let us know.
Plus the peak performance series that I'm also preparing.
What's the peak performance series?
I got to do some more research, but it's like how to level up your humanness.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, it's good, everybody. Thank you for joining. Thank you for coming today. This has been fantastic.
So
I'm gonna have to learn about this because I really feel like I'm don't know a lot about this, and
that's why I educated you.
Yeah, you know, but I gotta learn it for myself, so I have a long way to go, and wish me luck.
Cool.
Thank you for joining us, and we'll talk to you later.
All right.